everyone, it is me, Mary, and I am here today with a video that I hope will be very helpful to you. Okay guys, I look a hot mess. I didn't really sleep, so you'll have to excuse me, it's been a long day. But what I wanted to do today was present you with some amazing ways to help your skin and save money while doing it. Actually, today, guess what? I'm not asking you to buy anything. I'm not asking you to buy a cleanser, a sunscreen, a serum, anything. Don't buy anything. We do need to get stuff, and I'll talk about it at a different time, but these are 10 tips that I really hope will help you to improve your skin, guys. So, I'm not a dermatologist. I'm not even a perfectionist in this. Obviously, I have skin flaws. You can see it. I am not wearing makeup. I do not want to wear makeup because I do not want to present an image that is not true to you guys, okay? So let's go ahead and start to talk about skincare. So what I decided to do was present you with factual information. Now, most of these things I already do. There's some things that don't apply to me, but most of them I already do. Now, I decided to go with the Mayo Clinic and other medical forums to find this information to substantiate what I believe. I didn't want to just present things that came out of nowhere. We all have different skin concerns. If you have individual concerns, go to a dermatologist. See how to aggressively target your concerns. And I think the best way to address skin concerns is when you're younger, guys. You know, people think that people shouldn't do XYZ treatments when you're young. But honestly, when you're addressing your skin when you're younger, it's going to save your skin as you age. So let's go ahead and start to talk. I'm going to go back and forth because I do have my list and everything that I prepared for you guys. Okay, so the first thing that I wanted to discuss, and this is going to be something that may aggravate some people. I thought about not doing this or saying this, but I just want to be honest with you. And I am not a smoker. I never have. I have had a lot of heart problems. You guys know that. If you've been watching me, you remember me wearing a heart monitor for a month. You know, I've had a stroke. I have had so many problems with my heart. My dad died very young. I think it was his 3rd or 4th heart attack in his early 40s. My grandmother died very young. My aunt had open heart surgery at 11, so it runs in my family. Smoking can cause some major issues, guys. Now, if you smoke and you love to smoke, that's your business. You smoke, be happy smoking. I'm not here to judge anyone. Now, I am here to provide you with factual data based upon a whole bunch of medical research. Okay. So one thing that I want to say is that smoking can make your skin look older. Now, have you ever looked at someone and thought, oh, well, they look like they probably smoke cigarettes? Now, some of the telltale signs, and being a person who's obsessed with skincare, some of the telltale signs is what a doctor would call like a smoker's mouth, okay? So when you smoke, I guess you do like this. Okay, so if you do that for a prolonged period of time, you have a higher probability to start to get some wrinkles around your mouth. Now, something else that smoking does that's really bad for your skin is it narrows the tiny blood vessels in your skin. So as you're narrowing tiny blood vessels, obviously you're going to have a reduced blood flow. When you have a reduced blood flow, you're also going to have a oxygen reduction. So you have to think about how the blood works. So you know you have deoxygenated and oxygenated blood. So as you're having a reduce in the oxygen to your actual skin and blood flow, you can have some major problems there. Now, it also can damage the collagen and the elastin in the skin. This right here is what gives your skin the actual strength and the elasticity. So you can have some major problems when you smoke. If you do smoke, no judgment here whatsoever, but you know, I would definitely say challenge yourself to think about the benefits and the pros and cons to smoking. If you want to stop, definitely talk to your own provider. I'm not saying anything that you should or should not do. I'm just giving you some information. So the next thing I think is very important is to treat your skin very gently. Now, a lot of people get acne and they want to pop a bump. Say that you have a white head or a black head or something like that. There are ways to treat those, okay, guys? And a lot of times people can go with a dermatologist to treat these potential marks. However, getting your fingernails and pinching can actually damage your skin. And sometimes when you see people who are very young and they have a lot of acne, they'll have some long-term scarring. Now, this can present some really bad situations. You may have to go ahead and have laser razor if it's that bad. So it can be a situation that can really damage your skin, guys. So what I would say is, number one, keep your hands off your skin, keep your fingers off your face as much as possible. If you have to touch your face, make sure your hands are clean. In addition, don't start to pop any bumps, okay? Try to avoid that. What we need to do is address the acne prior to it coming, okay, guys? Something else that really does is environmental concerns, obviously a lot of wind, cold weather. Those are things you may not be able to address. However, something you can address is limiting being in a shower or a very hot shower. Now, I am so bad about doing that, and I know not to do that. However, it's something that I need to work on. So what happens is when you have an increased heat, you're going to have your skin start to dry out, especially your face. So I would say when you want to turn up that heat, try to go with warm water and limit the time that you're in the shower. Now, something else, if you are a heart patient, my father passed away in the shower. He had a heart attack in the shower first thing in the morning. Now, it increases your blood pressure when you're getting in the shower. Sometimes I feel that way. I get in the shower, I feel really dizzy. I have to get out, sit down. So please be very careful with hot showers, guys. You know, you guys probably know I work with the deceased. I have seen so many heart attack patients pass away in the mornings with their showers. So please just be careful. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to discuss is going to be glasses. Now, I want to discuss glasses and I want to discuss sunglasses. So the first thing that I want to talk about is glasses. Now, I didn't know I needed glasses. I knew that I really couldn't see very well, and honestly, I got mad because I was losing at Call of Duty like all the time, and I'm very competitive about Call of Duty in my home. Yeah, so I really got aggravated, and I noticed that I wasn't able to see the way that I wanted to. And I also noticed that I was doing this driving all the time. And, you know, I would get asked, well, why are you so mad all the time? And it wasn't about being mad. I couldn't see, guys. So I went to a doctor, and he's like, I don't see how you pass the eye exam to have a driver's license. And that was really a shock for me. So I got glasses. I've had glasses for less than a year, and I really like my glasses. And when I put them on the first time, I was like, oh my gosh, the trees are so green. You know, I was so excited. So if you're starting to notice that you're having to squint to be able to see, please go see your eye doctor, okay, guys? Now, something else, makeup's all falling down, whatever, powder to makeup. Okay, so my eye makeup's falling all over my face, but that's okay. So something else that we want to discuss is sunglasses, guys. Now, sunglasses will save you in so many ways. Now, I love my sunglasses. I love being able to wear sunglasses, guys, and I think that when you're out and about and you're in the sun, you're going to have a higher propensity to do this, to squint, to try to be able to see. That is going to make a lot of wrinkling. Not only right here, the 11s, but also right beside your eyes on the inside, under your eyes, on the sides here. There's so many ways that you can have that. Now, y'all just like my glasses. I love my glasses. They're just like, bam. Okay, anyway, so yes, that's something that's very important. In addition to that, I really don't want to get into a lot of the medical reasons, but you have to understand the ultraviolet rays of the sun are very damaging to your eyes. You got to think about cataracts. This is very thin around your eyes. You treat it differently than other areas, but that right there, when you burn, you can have an increased probability of skin cancer. My mother has skin cancer right now, and she has to treat it aggressively. I'm treating spots that I have on my face too, being preventative. Okay, guys, so please be careful when it comes to that. You want to protect your eyes, and also we want to protect the skin around the eyes. It is hard getting your eyes back the way that you want them to be, okay, guys? Now, another thing is very important is water makes a huge difference. I notice when I don't drink a lot of water. Now, guys, I drink a lot of Diet Coke. I really do. So what I say is if I drink a soda, I have to drink a water to counter that soda. And I know it's not perfect. I'm going to probably have people tell me I'm doing the wrong thing, and that's okay. We all have to understand that there are pros and cons, and we need to be happy with ourselves. I'm happy with my Diet Coke, but I do take an action here. So I chart my water intake every single day. I also, we'll get into the next one, but I chart my water intake every day. So without water, your skin can really look dull, and you know, it really can be bad. I'm actually going to include a picture. I will include a picture at the end of the video to show you a person who just started drinking water. That's the only change she made, and you'll really be in shock. Now, something else is that water your pores in your skin can start to open up and look larger, become more prominent if you're not drinking the water. I promise you, change your water intake and you're going to see a dramatic difference. Your wrinkles can actually look more profound because what happens is the water is actually plumping the skin. It's actually bringing the hydration to the skin. So when that happens, your wrinkles are going to look a lot, they're not going to be as profound. They're going to start to get a little bit filled in. Your pores are going to start to look smaller. So water is very important. Now, it's not just important for, you know, the purposes of skincare, but it's just important, guys. Now, the next thing I want to discuss is going to be your pillowcases. Now, you should change all your bedding, but let's just talk about pillowcases here. These need to be washed once a week, and you're probably thinking that's a lot to wash your pillowcases. I'm being honest with you guys. Think about how many skin cells that your body sheds daily. About 1 million. That's a lot. So what ends up happening is your skin cells, they're bound to come off on your actual pillows. Now, what's going to happen? Well, there are a few different things. So you have oil. I have pretty dry to normal skin, but I do have oil. So when you're sleeping, you're having the oil come off on the actual pillowcase. Now, in addition to that, what else do we do when we sleep? We sweat when we sleep. That's going to come on our pillowcase. If you drool, which you may not know you do, but you probably do. If you drool, you're going to have that come off on your pillowcase. When that happens, what's going to happen? Your skin is going to absorb a lot of this. And you can see, you can have a lot more acne when you end up not changing your pillowcases. So clean those once a week. Very important. Now, something else that I found that was really, really interesting was that a microbiologist out of New York did a research study on phones. Okay, so she figured that, you know, 50% of the phones that she would research, do a study on, would have, you know, an increased amount of germs. Well, actually what she found was 100% of the phones that she researched did have an increased volume of germs and bacteria. Okay, so when you're thinking about a phone, think about everything you touch. You know, you touch money, you touch when you're fueling gas, when you're doing anything during the day, you use the restroom, anything that you're doing, you are going to be touching this phone. So as you guys know, I work with cadavers. So we think about the infectious diseases, okay? Now, obviously, we can just have some minor germs and bacteria, and you're going to bring it and put it all over your face and your mouth and all that stuff. But think about MRSA. Think about staph. Think about E. coli. Think about all of these very harmful diseases and other pathogens that you could encounter, and now you're bringing it right here to your face. Not only are you dealing with actual contact problems here, you're also dealing with airborne pathogens. So contact and airborne pathogens can affect you very badly. So what I say is once a day, clean your phone. Keep a little, one of the smaller packs in your purse or your car. Clean your phone just once a day. That easy. Okay, so the next thing I want to discuss is your makeup brushes. Okay, guys, now makeup, if you want to wear makeup, I'll discuss that later. But the one thing is when you're using sponges or when you're using an actual brush here, you can have a lot of problems, guys. Now, I don't wear makeup very often at all. Not face makeup. I wear eye makeup. I love eye makeup. It's a form of expression. That's what makeup is. But here, I don't wear face makeup a lot. However, when I wear face makeup, I clean this brush every time. Eye makeup, any brushes, you clean those every time. Now, you don't have to do some big old deep clean, but if you're using these on a weekly basis a lot, you need to do a deep clean to your brushes. Now, one thing that you can see is they become more abrasive, okay? So if you have a buildup of any type of, you know, makeup, it can become more abrasive, especially with the actual liquid makeups. Now, also, you can have a lot more debris if you're using the powder here. Now, what happens with your brushes is if you get them very abrasive, it's not very soft for your skin. It can be damaging to your skin. It can irritate your skin. And also these right here are a breeding ground for bacteria, guys. So you're going to bring all that into your pores and it's just not going to work well for you. So absolutely clean them every time you use them. Just clean them off. You want to spray some alcohol, you know, on a paper towel, just clean them. And then once a week, deep clean. Now, the next thing that I chart on my daily schedule is sleep. Now, sleeping, you hear the term beauty sleep, guys, and it's really true, okay? So sleep can cause a lot of problems. Now, if you have pre-existing conditions to your face, you have rosacea, you have, a lot of problems with dermatitis, anything that you have in your skin can be increased and exacerbated by a lack of sleep. Now, what can happen is when you're having a less amount of sleep, you're going to have an increased inflammatory response. So when this happens here, you're more prone to having breakouts, you're more prone to skin sensitivity, any type of allergic reactions, irritants, anything that we see, we can have problems with sleep. So it's very, it's easily treatable. Just get some more sleep. I know that's hard, guys, but we need to try to schedule sleep. Have you seen howliness under your eyes? Have you seen a darker, appearance under your eyes? These types of things can be treated with sleep. It's going to take away from your natural beauty. It's just going to do so many things to your skin. Think about the breakdown of collagen. So that can be a problem. You're not going to have the bounce of the skin, the increased elasticity. So we need to worry about that. Now, the next thing that's very important, I have the hooded eyelids here, so it causes a problem for me, and I don't like it, but it is what it is. But anyways, one thing that I do to treat that is elevation, proper elevation at night. Now, whenever you're sleeping at night, think about sleeping flat, or think about sleeping towards on your stomach, on your face. So what can happen at times is that when you sleep like this, especially on your back, that's the most, I guess, the most significant occurrence there, is if you're sleeping flat on your back, there can be a fluid buildup that can pull around your eyes. Now, when you have this fluid buildup that pulls around your eyes, you're going to start seeing the puffiness. Okay, so if you wake up and you notice that you have some puffiness around the eyes, and believe you me, Beauty and the Beast, I look like the Beast on a bad day when I sleep on my back. And what I would say the best thing to do is going to be to elevate yourself. So find a way to be able to elevate yourself to where it's comfortable. You don't want to have any problems with your neck or back, but you need to elevate yourself. And I challenge you, sleep 4 days with elevation if you have the puffiness. And then write to me if you've noticed that the puffiness has started to subside. Now, we all have different issues there, but it should subside at least some, especially if the situation is for you that you wake up and you have puffiness and then within an hour or so it goes away. This is probably your problem here. Now, something else, you're probably going to think I'm crazy, and I'm just being honest with you guys. Stop wearing facial makeup. Right? That's easy, right? It's easy to say. I didn't own facial makeup before I got on YouTube. I didn't own any types of liquids. I didn't own powders. I knew nothing about facial makeup. I didn't know about contouring. I didn't know about any of it. The only thing I knew how to do was eyes. Now, working on the deceased, yes, I understand how to make somebody look beautiful. My goal is to make them look very peaceful and natural. I know how to do that, but for myself, I never wore makeup. So it was something that was a pretty significant investment, and I noticed the difference when I wear it. Okay, so when you wear makeup, now say that you have a acne mark, you have a breakout. So what are you going to do? You're going to put makeup on it. You want to mask it. You want to cover it up, right? Because nobody wants to see an acne mark because, in Hollywood, nobody has acne. It's not something that they're faced with because they're just perfect. Okay, so what happens? We put on makeup, right? So I have this acne mark, so I'm going to get, whatever it is, and I'm going to tap, and I'm going to get that acne mark, and I'm going to deal with it. Well, guess what you're doing? You're clogging up your pore. So what you're trying to do by covering up it is you're prolonging the actual acne because you're treating it by clogging the pore, okay? So you're doing more harm than what you're trying to do. So what we need to do is address acne prior to it occurring, okay, guys? So something that I've noticed is I'll do a day of filming, and I'll do a day in front of the camera. I'll put on, makeup sometimes. I'm not going to do it now. I met with my dermatologist recently to address some issues that I have on my face. I'm not going to put on any makeup. Done. But if I put on makeup, I notice the next day, acne marks. I don't have acne, guys. I've never had acne in my life until I got on YouTube and started to wear makeup, because guess what? We have to look like Hollywood. We have to have this unrealistic expectation of what we should look like as women. We've got to appease people, and we've got to feel a certain way. I get judged so badly about how I look. And at the end of the day, how you look has nothing to do with who you are and your character. And I promise you one thing, there are no ugly women in the world. You know what there are? Women who are not rich. Because if you are rich, you could look like any of these celebrities that you want to. You could say, hey, make me into this person, and you could probably look like them. So challenge yourself. You are your own kind of beautiful. You don't have to look like anybody else. You may go out and people say, hey, you look different. Where's your makeup? Ooh, girl. Okay, but the thing is, if you're normally going out without makeup, guess what? People are going to get accustomed to seeing you without makeup. And the less you wear it and the better you are to your skin, you may find out you don't need makeup. Okay, guys? So anyways, I hope that these tips helped you. I really hope you take something from it. Once again, I'm not a dermatologist. I'm just a person who's very conscientious of my skin. I have reasons to do this and really take good care of my skin. Once again, I don't think I have perfect skin. I don't even think I have great skin. I don't think that I have anything. I just think that I'm taking care of myself and I want to be happy. Okay, guys, I hope this helped you to at least some degree. All right, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye, guys.